So, children, after the solution of the language assignment, I am here with the literature part. The mind map that I have sent you, I'll just discuss the main characters in the mind map and I'll explain how the mind map works. So, we are talking about the chapter The Most Beautiful Thing by Rupa Bajwa. She is the writer. So, about the main characters of this chapter, who were the main characters of this chapter? Ramchand, Ramchand's mother, and Ramchand's father. Now, what can we derive about Ramchand from this chapter? That Ramchand is a lovable, an inquisitive, and a very sensitive child, an emotional child. Okay. What about Ramchand's father? Ramchand's father is old fashioned. What do you mean by old fashioned? Old fashioned means people who believe in old culture. Okay, they are not modern. Old fashioned, he is hardworking and he is obviously caring about his child. What about Ramchand's mother? Ramchand's mother is highly concerned about her child's safety, so she always takes care about her child's safety and she thinks about, and that is the reason she keeps on telling Ramchand about different imaginary stories that I have already explained to you about Chuhu, what she says, so that can he can be careful and she in this way takes care of his son. Imaginative, he keeps on making imaginary stories for his son. Creative, she makes out creative dolls, creative figures out of the lump of dough, and a good storyteller that we have already come to know. She is also old fashioned. She is also not very modern. So here we discussed about the main characters and their characteristics. Okay. Now, where does this story actually take place? Okay, I'm sorry. I forgot to talk about Chuhu. So Chuhu is the imaginary mouse. It is also a part of the character of the story because it plays an important role in the story. How? Because it is Chuhu by whose example Ramchand's mother continuously gives him and he is scared of Chuhu and he does not come near the stove. Okay. Where does the story actually take place? This story actually takes place in Amritsar. It is a place, and in Amritsar there is Ramchand's father's grocery shop where he sells many things, like you know that the pea ground nuts, roasted ground nuts, then homemade bakeries and everything. And over there only behind his shop there was his house, Ramchand's small house behind his father's grocery shop. So these are the two places where this entire story revolves around. Now we come to the theme of the story. What is the basic theme of the story? It is a heartwarming story of a boy who realizes that his parents will never judge him if he tries and fails to achieve something. So if we have seen from the story that even when Ramchand was unable to make the most beautiful thing out of the dough, his parents did not criticize him, right? It speaks about family, as family is the first place where we get love, care, affection, and we can fulfill all our dreams. So this story speaks about family, about self, and about home. Why family? Because it is the first place from where we get love, affection. We also know what is love. Then a home. It is not only a building. A home cannot only be a building made of stones and cement and bricks. Okay, it is also a happy place where you can live, laugh, and learn. After the whole day's work, when you go home, you feel most relaxed, right? It speaks about self, about positivity, right? So he had positive outlook, self, that he can make out something out from the dough, and that is why he was actually very frustrated or sad when he was unable. Okay, Beauty lies in the eyes of the beholder, is what the story tells us. What does this mean? This means that if you are positive, you can see beauty in each and everything of life. Even the smallest thing in this world will give you some happiness. But if you are pessimistic, if you are negative towards life, if you have a negative outlook towards life, then you will not see beauty. You cannot feel the beauty of life, even if the in the biggest thing. Okay. Now we come to the plot of the story. What does this plot say? I'll just read, just do it in this way so that it becomes easier for you to understand. It is a beautiful narrative in the past that keeps you engaged and spellbound. So you know that it is this story is written in the past. The first line of the story, Ramchand had been born 26 years ago. This is the line that tells you that the story is written in the past. Matlab this means the child is now 26 years of age and he is narrating a story from his life when he was 5 years old. The story hovers around a small boy named Ramchand who is emotional and sensitive. So again I told you that this is mainly the who is the main character of the story, Ramchand. His mother always tries to keep him safe and tries to keep him engaged with small things. It reminds us of our childhood and makes us nostalgic about it. What do you mean by nostalgic? Nostalgic means very emotional about our childhood. I think you all have played with dough when you were kids. Even we had played with dough when we were kids. So in this way, all our mothers tried to keep us engaged when we used to hover around them when we were kids. Okay, so this story actually makes us nostalgic. His father busy with his shop but at the same time is concerned and caring about his child. That also we were able to find out from the story. So children, I hope the mind map, entire mind map is clear to you. And if you, one thing I missed out, so here, see, as a figure of speech, we are in certain parts of the story, a simile is used. What is a simile? Simile means it is a comparison. It is a comparison between two entirely two different things, okay, by the use of words like as or like. Okay, so that is the figure of speech that has been used in many parts of the story. So this is the main this is the main mind map of the story, the most beautiful thing. I think you all are clear about it. Now we would be discussing about the questions that I had given you.